Hello. I tried
Do that again.
No, I said it softly because when I listen back, sometimes it's like way too much. So I was trying something new.
Oh.
Okay. So welcome to the Bible study.
No.
Welcome to the Bible Study Girl podcast. This is Sarita. You know me as a Bible study girl and my debating partner over there, who is also the executive producer of this podcast, is Bible Study Brother.
It is I, Icarus Gray. You can also find me at the Gray Area Anime Podcast. Go like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
After you listen to this episode.
So what's so interesting about this episode is we're talking about the behind the scenes, the ins and outs of creating the Bible Study Girl podcast, the Bible Study Girl blog, just our overall experience. And as you can see, it gets real.
Oh, man. Because, okay, look. I don't like meetings.
He doesn't.
I don't really like meetings. Just because I need okay, what is it we're changing? Thank you. And we can do I like brainstorming stuff.
You don't, though.
I do like brainstorming things.
You do not. We literally had a brainstorming meeting about future things.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
That was look, brainstorming about like topics and stuff that we want to talk about. Cool. But that at that point in time was, hey, you've had this idea. Let me talk to you. And I get it's your thing, but at that point it's like, bro, I had the idea.
Yes, you did have the idea,
so
but
I'm
you
like
also you were giving pushback on the brainstorming session. Like,
no,
we're all just laying it out here, guys. There's nothing set in stone. We are trying to create a path. So this gives you a little bit into the behind the scenes.
We'll start with the blog first.
We'll start with the blog first, because
this part is going to be, it's easy, but
not for me. I was.
Oh yeah. You also got to talk about your recent update, because there's so many things I don't know about that.
Oh, you read the blog? Oh, this.
I like it was so smooth.
I got real excited. Like, does he read the blog? You would think that Bible Study Brother would read the blog, so he would be up to date.
Behind the scenes.
I
do not.
He does not read the blog unless I specifically say, hey,
read this blog.
Oh
no, sometimes I do go by myself, but it's just like, then I like call. And every time I call and I go read by myself, you be busy.
I have a life.
She does not.
Dude.
She does not.
Who writes a blog every day?
You do.
Okay. So don't tell me I don't have a life, bro. The blog.
I mean, in regards to answering my phone calls, you should always answer my phone calls.
No, I do not answer phone calls when I'm doing blog things.
You answer for me. And then you just say, I have to finish this blog post, bro. But you answer.
I will answer because you don't call me that often. So if you call me, I'm like, what is it? Is it an emergency?
Shots.
It's true, though. You don't call me often. So when you call, I'm like, what's up? How's it going? So let me tell you, behind the scenes blogging, I honestly could not have imagined that I would be blogging this long, and especially not every day. So for me, my blogging process is I pray. I do my Bible study. I pray. And then I start writing. In the beginning, I had so many things I wanted to write about. So many things I felt led to talk about my faith journey. And so some days I would go and I would write 2 or 3 blogs a day. And so it wasn't something I had to do every day, just when I was getting low, like you need to sit down, you need to focus, you need to start writing again. But the longer that I've written, the more that it really has become a daily thing. And I think it's much more difficult to write a blog every day and then switch over to a book writing mindset, because they have although they both are my story, they have 2 different vibes, 2 completely different feels. So that is a little harrowing.
Continue. There's more.
Initially,
And the only reason I'm asking you can continue behind the scenes because I'm reading the blog.
oh, I will say this too. Like initially starting my website or starting the Bible Study Girl website was very I can write, but the behind the scenes, having a website, running the website, doing the back end stuff has been very complicated for me.
So was the podcast, because like literally we were gonna start on the podcast way earlier, but
could not figure out.
I could not. Like I was like, just keep posting your blogs. I'll figure this part out. I'll figure it out.
Because the host that I chose for my website is different than what he's accustomed to, and I was teaching myself with the website host that I'm using.
Yeah.
So I could not help him.
Like, no way. Like, and then we tried it and we thought we had something. And I was like, I guess it's going to, like, I was literally like, on my day off, I'll be over here. Like, I don't know. And then finally, like, I think, and it's funny about God and how serendipitous he is in this. He literally just gave me a breakthrough on starting my podcast, and then everything just fell in place for us both at the exact same time.
It did. It fell into place at the same time.
And so like, you launched, I launched. I think I launched. I may not have launched before you, but I can't remember.
I can't either. I know we had meetings about what it was going to look like and what is this going to sound like. But I was still very apprehensive to go from blog writing. Blog writing takes up a lot of time. I would say I spend probably an hour every day working on the blog.
Which, if you don't understand, like writing, an hour of writing, I mean, if you're writing a book, doing whatever, is intensive, especially for writers, because it's not like for you who, if I told you sit down and write for an hour, while you might not know what you want to write about, you just start writing. For a creative person, you're also then thinking, formatting, okay, what do I want to say? This sentence doesn't sound right. I don't want to repeat myself.
Correct.
Like, I want to use this word. Like, rapping is, woo! I don't, anyway, one episode. We'll talk about that one day.
Because I'm a closet rap star?
No, we'll just talk about my rap life.
Okay. We can talk about your rap life. And so I will say, though, that the Lord, my process with writing the blog is once I start writing, if it's not just coming out, then that must not be what I need to talk about.
Oh, Lord.
So I will shelve that. And it has worked. I'll come back to it at a later date and the rest of it comes on out. So, yeah.
You do what you will with that. This is behind the scenes. You do what you will.
I'm not going to. And let me tell you something else about behind the scenes. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to get back to my point about this other behind the scenes tidbit that just dropped. But
I like what you did there.
Oh, you have candy. I'm easily distracted. Because this is the behind the scenes episode.
We get to notice everything.
Everything. Okay, so once I shelve something that I've started writing, it usually takes me a long time to come back around to it. But if I feel led to come back around to it, then the rest of it just pours out. So that hour that I spend writing, there's time spent in prayer. Mm-hmm. Like, Lord, what do you want me to say? I think about the issues in my faith that I'm dealing with. And then I have to weigh how much of this do I want to share with people? Because while I want to be transparent, I don't want to be, I don't want to overshare.
You don't want to be the open book that never mind. I almost mentioned it again, but you don't want to be that.
Yeah. I want to share and I want to be transparent, but I don't want to be overly so. And so generally it could take longer. There have been days I sit in front of the laptop for 2-3 hours because nothing is coming. And those are the days that I'm like, well, Lord, Guess you don't want me to talk to your people.
Also, funny enough, behind the scenes stuff. We have like a running tally. We'll write down show ideas and things. And we were talking earlier about this here episode and whether or not we had it in here. And I was like, nope. I had read through all the things. I got book and blog right here.
Right there at the top. And
just wasn't worded as the process.
But see, and that's another reason why we have issues. Because I am very much order and detail. He is very much, we'll just fly by the seat of our pants. Wait, huh? What?
I'm structured.
But you are structured in your own way.
Which is like, if it makes like, because
let me talk. I'm gonna let you finish saying what you want to say. But like starting this podcast, like the meetings we had leading up to actual recording day, we get to recording day and I'm like, so, are we gonna follow this outline?
No.
Yeah. You're like, no. So how am I supposed to know what we're talking about?
Because what I wanted to do, or at least how I work with you, I can't be, because what you do for me, you're my structure. So I ain't got to worry about that. I get to get the fun stuff or the stuff that I know is going to make something great. And what I was thinking at the time was, if you get too much into your head, podcasting will never work. You can't do it that way. I mean, there's stuff that you can structure, at least for me, and what I wanted from this. Your authentic self that you've grown into doing Bible Study Girl is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want you to like doctor this thing. Like I was like, here's what I need. I need you to have, I had already thought about you saying hello, because I was like, you didn't even know you did. And I was like, that's something that's catchphrase worthy and it's something that's there and I want to talk. And then what happened is, as we were talking, God moved in you to give you the idea of, which is what we normally want to do. COVID is kind of hindered.
Yes.
This is more what I wanted to do, which was just have conversations that show we are God's people and that we go through the same things that other people go through and how we get through them. Because a lot of people need that. A lot of people see the proposed I'm perfect, and once you believe in Jesus, you don't stumble, you don't fall, you don't have fun. Y'all just be going to Bible studies and vacation Bible school. And like, no, that's not. We go on cruises. We eat good food. We fight. We have arguments. We bleed and everything else. We struggle with our belief and all these things. And that's what I wanted to do, because when you started doing the blog, like God just started talking to me.
So you used to read it?
What?
The blog, you used to read it?
No. It's just when you started doing it, God started talking to me. Like it was immediate. Like when you were like, this is what I want to do, it was like, podcast. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I want to produce it. And I want to do this thing. And it was just like, I don't know why. Like literally anything in my life that God wants me to do, he just gives me the confidence to do with nothing else. Like he's giving me everything else. Like he'll, facilitate. Yeah. But I mean, it's more so like, go do. And so like when I came to you with it, now.
But it's interesting. You just talked about your process about how God speaks to you. And I was listening to a podcast we did not too long ago. And I asked you the question, how does God speak to you? And that's the same answer you gave. And my response to you was that I hear a word from wherever, whatever, I could be reading my Bible, but I don't just go with it. I have to get confirmation. And I was thinking the other day, I got confirmation from an outside source, somebody that didn't even know you said podcast to me, somebody that I don't see all the time. Like, no, and just randomly like, you do a podcast, don't you? No, I don't. But, and so it's interesting that he speaks to us all in such different ways. But I am confident and I am sure, just like you, when you get that confidence, I'm confident and I'm sure when I get it from multiple locations and multiple sources, and I feel that tug, even if it's something
is hard for me.
Even though it's something I'm not familiar with,
yeah.
I know this is what you want me to do. So that's why I was able to give you a yes, because it didn't just come from you.
Oh, no, I knew. And I told you when I said, I'll wait. But I feel like I also told you that it's going to happen. But I'm telling you, this is what, like, I think I more so said it to him, this is what it's going to grow into.
Right.
Like, because people are going to want to hear it and understand more. I said, because you're showing yourself, but you're showing yourself in a way that we know how to do in writing, which is, here's the clear-cut vision of what I want you to see.
Right.
Here's not, I mean, it's not that it's not honest, but it's not unfiltered.
It's definitely not unfiltered, because that's one thing that made me so comfortable with writing. I can change that. I can go back and read it and take it out. But the podcast forces me to speak what I'm thinking.
Right.
And not,
and a lot of what I do here is I
not wash it. And you are also a non-editor.
I didn't want to get heavy into the editing. Like, I do want to do better things once we get to a certain point, and I have like the tools, and I have some of the tools, but
you do.
When I have more stable tools, I'll say that. But I didn't want to like start making this into a show. While it is a show, I know that our conversations are pure and something that enlightens
and not contrived.
Yeah.
Not giving off the agenda of this is what Christian is. It's our real experiences with our faith.
Like, it's more so like, oh, I forgot you guys were listening to the fact that I'm living life, because I need you to know that this is authentic.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with like trying to push you one way or another. It is to show people like, oh my God, they talk like we talk in that way, but not in like, but showing that there is a difference.
Right.
Like showing that when I have a thought or when I say something, I check it. I think about it, or like, hey, you'll check me. And you can see through the episodes growth.
Yeah.
That we've had, because we don't remember the conversations because we were just having a conversation.
We're just having a conversation. And that's always one thing that is very scary for me when I'm listening back, you know, when I'm posting it and I'm listening back, I'm like, oh, I get dread in my heart. I really do. When it's time for me to put an episode up or a podcast up Friday night for Saturday, I get anxious because I don't ever remember what was said, what we discussed.
No, because it was just in the wind. It was,
and
also, let me know this what God wants us to do.
I started saying this in an earlier episode, but you were like, that's for the behind the scenes. That
now you can.
And now I can spill the beans.
Spill the beans.
So, because I write a blog every day, that really does take away a lot of time. It's not really feasible for us to record podcasts every week. He has a wife, a job, a life. I have a cat. I have a job now because I'm back employed. Did I tell y'all that? I don't know if I did. I'm back employed.
26. I'm moving
on. So I'm back employed at a new facility. I'm busy. I have a life. And so it's recording for us every week is just not
gonna happen.
We're not at a space where we can record every week. So we pick a day, and we generally record once a month, and we record lots of podcasts, which is why I don't ever really remember,
because the majority of the time, by the time you get it, it's maybe old. It's been 3 weeks, maybe it's been 4, maybe it's been 2. Like, there are special episodes where you will literally know that we recorded it the night before.
Yes, that we came together.
But we tell you,
like
most
this
times,
is a special episode because
we had to push this up.
Yeah, or this really needed to come through. So
or hello, America.
And so those episodes do happen, but as a general rule, we record.
Yeah,
we sit on them,
and we plan out seasons, in the sense of like, well, we should put these two go great together, and then God really does the rest on some of them.
He always does,
because
he always he fits things at the
when I'm telling you, like, he'll be like literally, we'll have an episode, we'll record something about flooding in America or something crazy.
Yeah.
And then the week, like, we're thinking, we can put that out, 2-3 weeks from now. But then Texas will flood or something. It's like, oh, no, we got to put that episode out now. God said put it out this week. We already got it and it's done. Oh, look. And And then we listen to what we said and what like
Oh,
it gets real. It gets real prophetic.
It
and it's
does.
creepy.
It speaks to us like we're talking to you, but man, this is what I needed today. Like I don't even remember us talking about that, but look at
Man.
how God is using this to minister to us. So that's one thing I love about the podcast. Like he's an on-time God, and our time is not his time. And also, let me tell you, I'm gonna go way back to the hellos. I don't know how I didn't mention it, but you know, you were like, because we did discuss how do we start the episodes. Even with the ending, we didn't have a concrete ending.
Oh, we didn't
at all. At all.
I forgot that we've been doing it so long.
No concrete ending at all.
Oh, and I really literally just started telling you stuff you needed to go and do because of how it would start growing.
Right. And so when he said you should start it off just by saying hello, like you normally say hello when I call you on the phone or something. And I'm
How
like,
do I call you on the phone?
I'm like, how do I say hello? I could not be myself.
Oh my God, it was so terrible. Like if you go back and listen to the first hello. I'm like, that's not it. And then you were able to finally hear it.
Yes.
in your head.
I was able to just be relaxed and just say hello, because that's how I say hello. It is how I say hello. And let me tell you, when I'm like walking into a classroom to get a new kid or something, I find myself stopping hello in mid sentence because it's like so weird to me. That is the way I say hello. Like,
and in fact, she
I
never
was
heard
like,
it because I was
hello.
like, I said, say like you always say hello. And you're like, how do I say it? I'm like, you'd be like, hello. And she was like, no. And then I was like, what are you doing? Like, what are you saying? Like, that wasn't it. But y'all will hear me say it like on the front, like that was not the one.
That was not. And so that's why I tried to bring down my hello at the very beginning of this episode, because honey, when I'm listening to the playback, I'm like, girl, you loud, like you got to bring it on down, child.
But that's probably on me.
You'll get
Work on it.
you'll get a more regular hello next episode. But I was real in my head about it.
Oh my God. See, but that's behind the scenes, because that is the other thing. It's because I'm like, dude, that's not it. 'Cause I told her immediately, no, that's not the one. But I was trying to be low. I'm like, here we go. Hello. It's how you do it. Like it's fun. It's inviting. It's unique
Welcome,
to you.
guys.
She didn't even know that we had a way that we said bye, like on the phone.
We do, but we're not gonna say it on the air. I feel like that's a us thing. But I do
wanted to
say
do it,
bye in a very
that we never, like, again, I said, sweetie, you don't notice these things.
like, we do say bye weird. We do, but I only say bye to you and mama like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's like the family bye.
But I don't know why. It's so, like, excuse me. Sorry for, whenever this happens, this is me readjusting, and I have a mic stand and it moves.
I do not have a mic stand. It does not go anywhere.
Well, this is for rapping.
Okay, I am rapping the word.
Oh my God.
I'm spitting straight truth and knowledge.
Jesus.
Should we have a rap battle one day?
No,
Because you feel like you would smoke me.
I would smoke you.
That's all the more reason to have a rap battle.
Listen,
because
you
you're
saw
so
it happen.
competitive.
I'm not competitive in that. I know
You're
what
just
God
a champion.
gave me.
You're
Yes,
confident
ma'am.
in that.
That's one. No, ma'am, I'm number one on that one. Whenever y'all hear, I don't know when that episode gonna come out, but when we talk about being number one and confident, in this one, I ain't know.
Okay, all right.
Like, but my only battle with that behind the scenes is just doing it, like just doing it and not feeling like arrogant about it, because then I'm like,
you don't need a proud spirit. You just
No.
need to be.
but I need to be proud of the thing that God gave me. And that's hard to kind of like teeter, because you can be confident with that, but the world kind of makes you sometimes feel that any confidence is arrogance.
True.
Like if you're not somehow bowing or tiptoeing to somebody else or somebody around you, or if you say, I'm just good, that's demeaning to
Oh,
somebody
you're
else.
proud.
Yeah. So
Like, I know I'm a winner when it comes to game time.
yeah,
Stop me.
we are.
Stop.
I
me.
have.
Were you on my team game night when we played the code word game?
No, I was on the
Okay.
opposite team.
I was a winner. Okay.
We
That's
were
all I
all
want.
winners. I'm just
No,
letting
no,
you know.
no. I just, okay.
I brought it home for my team, except for that first time that I messed up. Because
I'm
I
not
didn't know the
listen.
rules.
I'm not even gonna talk to you about his game playing and how he likes to cheat with his facial expressions.
Oh my
and
God!
stuff. You need to turn
Get
around.
out of here.
So anyway,
I'm
behind
still really good.
behind the scenes is I have a love for this. I'm
Mhm.
passionate about it. God put us here for a reason, and the behind the scenes gets difficult for me because I was gonna throw my computer out the window this week, fooling with my website, updating it.
Oh, I loved reading through that.
It's true though.
Then I walked away, made myself a snack,
I
came
did.
back,
It was a
and
grilled
it was
cheese.
like
Boom.
literally all I needed to do was click these two things.
Yeah.
What the hell? I guess. What? That was it.
That was it. That was all. Like I
just wanted to do this.
I made myself a grilled cheese. Like I was frustrated.
Did you use the good bread?
Yes, that's all I have in my house now. The good bread. I don't like the bad bread.
Yeah, I had 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches last night of that, and
Did
it's.
you?
I think it's a little too soft. It's really good for it, but I need like
need a
know
little
that
firmness.
soft pull, like that. Oh, it was still good though. So behind the scenes, we eat a lot.
A lot.
Like
our lives kind of center.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. We get
This COVID done really
hampered.
like I done ate so much more fast food than what I normally would on a regular basis. Like I get fast food like for lunch, but like I want some new restaurants. Like I want.
Well, we'll talk
to
about that another
travel.
day. Today we're talking about behind the scenes, not COVID. I asked you if you wanted to talk about COVID, and you were like, "I think it's been done."
Yeah. We're
Okay,
good.
all right.
Well, I do want to talk about it because I got some child.
Okay, we can talk about it another episode. So yeah, that's the behind the scenes. And also I do enjoy any message or comment I get from people. I've gotten some lovely cards, the sweetest. Like people have been so kind to me and I'm very appreciative. Cause at times it gets hard for me to continue. And I say to myself, Lord, is this really what you want me to do? Or is this what is this a me thing or is this really a you thing? And
It's
then
100% a him thing.
But then he always sends me confirmation because like I said, it gets frustrating sometimes sitting in front of the computer. Like,
Because
what is it you want me to say? What is it that you want me to share?
mm-hmm.
What is it? But every time I reach that point, he sends, like literally somebody will send me a message and say, "Ooh, that really blessed me," or, you know, I needed that word
Because
today.
you had the reason that is all God inspired, God bodied. You don't want to do none of this.
Exactly.
Like there was general,
like
for
none
both
of
of us. Like I remember when I wanted to start my podcast, and I'm working on being more consistent with mine. I just life and trying to step out and do this thing. Frustration, and he sat me down, and it was just like, if you are so frustrated, do this. I'm like, I don't understand how that helps, but okay. And in the midst of me being frustrated and coming in like, hey, like when I said that to you, like whatever, I wasn't frustrated. I mean, I was frustrated with dealing with the stuff I was dealing with, still dealing with, but it was like, here, do this. Okay, why? No, I'm not really saying all this. I didn't ask him why. I just started doing it, like, because I was fueled. But I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, I don't know. Like, well, I hope this. Well, what I was thinking probably in the back of my head was immediate. Like, what immediate change? Okay, what immediate changes? And I'm a creature of habit, so I'm still gonna do these things because I'm fueled by doing them. I have fun doing them. And he just started to open these different doors, and things were just kind of like falling in place. Like, there could be no more perfect logo for you than the one you got. I mean, there probably will be an updated one at some point, but this one for starting, and when it's warm, it's inviting, it's your life in a package.
My life in a package.
And it's inspiring that we do this because we say it all the time. Like, y'all really don't understand what World War sibling was, but
the people that know us know, but the people that don't know us have no clue. 3 years ago, this would not, we would not have been in the same room. Like, no.
But to be here and to do this where we're like really delving into stuff, healing in a lot of different ways. Not only healing from war, I can't even say it.
World War
Sibling. Healing from that and getting to a different place, being married, being a better brother and sister, being better siblings. I don't know why I keep trying to
better children.
better children to each other, being better Christians, being a reverend, being a homeowner, business owner, changing jobs, being a pet owner, going through COVID, Black Lives Matter, all of these experiences, and having a time capsule of talking to our grandmother
right
about her life and having these things that will not only bless us today, but will continue to bless us.
True.
Because, and I'm saying this, just in the spirit, like on the day she's gone to glory, like I know that hearing those episodes, whenever I can pull myself together to hear those episodes, will bless me in a way that I've never expected.
True.
And we always say stuff on here again that ends up happening.
True. Very true. Like things that wow.
It'll be like the thing I needed and didn't know.
Right.
The thing I was looking for. It's pretty much like losing your keys everywhere. And then when you go back, God brings it to your remembrance. Oh, that's where the key was.
True.
And now I can open this door you've placed for me. So
100%. Way to wrap it up.
So as always, you can go to BibleStudyGirl.com for the blogs every day. Email us.
Yeah, the website's not down anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Fixed it.
Lord have mercy. It wasn't even down long enough for y'all to know.
It wasn't, but it did something to my soul.
Oh, my God. It was graded. The email is BibleStudyGirl2019@gmail.com. I say that one first because I want you to start emailing us your concerns, things you want us to pray about, pray for you about. We're in this together. Instagram's _BibleStudyGirl. Twitter is BibleStudyGirl 2. And we have a Facebook, Bible Study Girl. Please then you'll get updated. Follow the page. I think you can follow the page as well.
Yeah.
Because you'll know every time a blog post, podcast, anything comes out, because it'll also be posted there. And we're continuously growing. I guarantee you all these things that you get in on the ground floor of are going to be amazing for you to watch us grow, watch us move to different heights, different levels. I told her all the things that I think are coming for us. Like, I think we're going to do conferences and her face is going to be on different places. She's going to do a book tour. She's going to be a face of I don't want to call it like modern Christianity, but you're going to be a face of the new normal, or the normal that should be.
And I'm just listening to you.
I know.
That's all I got for you, bro.
Translation. Yeah, I don't see that, but we'll see. And then when God confirms it.
Hey, listen, you are confident. We talked about our styles.
Mm-hmm.
Your style is God says something, you are confident in it. Mine is I'm listening for my confirmation.
But at least I've given you the title. The confirmation will write the rest.
All right.
So remember, it's not you preach, they preach, he preach, she preach. It's not all of y'all preach. It's we preach.
And until we meet again, guys, keep preaching.
Yeah.